What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Oh yeah! So guys, today we're gonna start on some more quests. Surprise, surprise. What we need to do is more of the Thaumcraft stuff. I think we'll go into the Golemancy. I've never touched the golems before, and that's something I'm kind of interested in. That's basically how you do a lot of like the resource gathering automations, like wheat farms or whatever. I'm curious to see how this all works. Like I said, I've never touched this stuff before. So I've been preparing some things so we can do these quests. We have 2 quests with unclaimed rewards here. So I went ahead already and I made a bunch of these golem cores. So we can go ahead and claim this reward. It's going to give us a Golem Upgrade order. I don't know what that does. So this says the first step in your mission to make minions is to create Golem animation cores. Cores. They are sort of like souls, but not. All right. So the Golem animation cores, these guys right here, they are not too difficult. You just need some bricks, so smelted clay. This clay balls, right? And then some nitor. So I made that all up. Yeah, not too difficult. So we got that done. So we got that reward done. And then I saw this one, Wood Minions, said that this was completed with an unclaimed reward. We have never made golems, but we did get those as a reward earlier on, if I remember correctly. We have 4 of these things. Yeah, I think we got those from a reward bag. So I don't know anything about those either, but you know, that does say that our task is complete. So the quest here says wood golems are not overly bright, but they are cheap. They are a bit faster than average. They can hold 1 upgrade and move up to 4 items at a time. Okay, so only 4 items at a time. That doesn't sound that great. We'd probably want something that can move an entire stack if we were going to use these for any type of automation. So that's going to give us a Golem Upgrade entropy. Okay. So I kind of want to move through all these different golem cores. I want to get these all made, and we'll make some of these different golems and kind of check those out. It looks like there's a Thorium Golem here, and then I don't know what these things are, but those are all locked quests, so we will find that out. Okay, so the next one, job requirements. So it says to get your minions to do better jobs, you'll need to give them better cores. The fishing core will allow a golem to fish, relieving you of that tedious task. Don't worry, golems love fishing. Okay, so that's awesome. So we need to make a golem animation core. So one with a little fish hook on there. So I was looking at all these different ones, and some of them require infusion crafting, and some of them don't. I think the fishing one does. Yeah, this one requires infusion crafting. So you have to make a harvest core, and then we have to infuse it with all these different fish. So we need a salmon, a puffer, and a raw fish. Thankfully, we set up this fishing machine a long time ago, and it's been going ever since, just trucking along, collecting all sorts of stuff. I keep cleaning it out every once in a while. I take all like the enchanted books and I stick it in our enchanted book filing cabinet and all that stuff when we start running low on space here. So we needed 1 puffer. Where'd they go? Puffer, salmon, regular fish, and then we needed some kind of a regular fishing rod. So I think we'll just take 2 of these fishing rods here. We'll just combine them together, make one that's unenchanted. Okay, so that should be the 4 items that we needed. We have the blank golem animation cores that I crafted up earlier, and I think that's all we needed besides the aspects. So let us put this stuff down. So we'll put a fishing rod here, salmon. No, this is a regular fish. That's a salmon. We'll put a puffer fish. Happy puffer fish is happy. Right there. And then finally, we'll put the blank core. Wait, no. No, I'm going out of order here, aren't I? Because we needed to get the harvest core. Right. So how do we do the harvest core? So that's Crucible Crafting. We needed this one, the wheat, and the scythe. Okay. I did make sure we had those in our system earlier. Let me grab some files since we'll be doing some Crucible Crafting here. We'll have some aspects left over, but that should be fine. So we needed this one, and we needed this one. Okay, so we can just drop those in the Crucible with one of those cores, and that should give us what we need. So if we do Q, 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 there we go. And we got some left over in there. I'll just go ahead and wand that away. Make some of that stuff. Goodbye. All right, so now we have the harvest core. So let's go ahead and get that out of here. We'll put that in its place. Okay, now I think we needed to make the harvest core for another quest. So that might have completed a quest already. Yeah, right here. Farming minions completed. So let's read this one real quick since we completed it. This says, for a mage, technology is less than ideal. The Jaded One has been assured that mages like minions, not machines. Luckily, the Great Mage has provided a method to train minions to harvest crops for you. With the right upgrades, they will even replant them afterwards. That sounds pretty cool. The minions may or may not be slightly evil. That's going to give us a Thorium Golem. Guild of the Mages. All right, so we have that done. Oops, you know what? Let's claim. Okay, so we have the farming minions quest completed. Now we're doing the fishing one. We have that in its place. We just need to click this thing, I do believe. Yeah, and the fishing one required the scythe, Bestia, and Aqua. And we did have all that in our system. I made sure of that earlier. Aqua, yeah, Bestia. And we got plenty of this Mito. Alright. So this shouldn't be too long to craft that up. At least I don't think so. Wait, did that take a lot of aspects? Guess we'll look here. Yeah, I should be looking at this recipe actually instead of in NEI, since we saw there was a problem with that before. It's only 16 of each one, so that should be almost done. Okay, so it looks like that did what we want. Right, so now we got the fishing golem core, so that's awesome. I wonder if we should make another one of the harvesting ones. I don't know if we're going to use the golems, to be honest, for harvesting, since we already have all his infrastructure set up. It might be kind of cool to check them out, but I don't know like what we could use them for that we don't already have set up. Maybe if we need another farm or something, we will revisit them. Alright, so now we have a Thorium Golem, some wood golems, we got a core. What's the next step here? Oh, we gotta claim this reward, so let's do that. And this is a greater reward bag, which is another fishing rod. Okay, now people are telling me that this isn't a troll item. I think they told me this previously, like back in Agrarian Skies 1, and I never tried it, but they say that you can throw it into water and it will explode and drop a bunch of fish. That's what I've heard. So I know if you put explosives in water, it nullifies like the block breakage damage. So I wonder if we throw it in here. Obviously, we got some stuff that we could lose and blow up or whatever, but none of this stuff is like that important. Let's try throwing it in here. I'm just curious how this works, because I've never seen it before. Okay, so we got a puffer fish. We're still getting more fish. Did we get it all? Okay, I think we got it all. So yeah, that does make fish by throwing that into water and exploding. Interesting. Huh. Okay, well, that's cool. Just don't use it next to your AE system. That's my pro tip. All right, so that's cool. Yeah, back to the quest book. So we got that one done. We are now looking at gather and fill. So we need to make the down arrow and like the wrench looking golem animation cores. Let's read this quest. So this is a gather core will teach a golem to look for dropped items in its range and place them in an inventory assigned to them. If you right-click the golem, you can set what items it should pick up or ignore. Golems with a fill core will search for items in inventories and keep things stocked. Okay, and that's going to give us a Golem Upgrade Fire. Now, I see that we keep getting all these different Golem Upgrades. So we got Organization, Intellect, and then we got this one right here that says Improves Defenses and Reasoning. Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, these upgrade them somehow. Does that make them have better AI? It kind of is what it feels like that's what that does, but again, I've never messed with this stuff, so I don't know for sure. Okay, so the down arrow and the wrench one. This guy, Phil. Alright, so this is Crucible Crafting. We need the Fames? I don't know how you say that, and Vacuous. Okay, again, we'll pull up the files. Two of those. We need this guy right here, and we need this guy right there. Okay, so we got those. So we should just be able to drop those over in our crucible and craft up some good stuff. So Q. There we go. And again, we'll wand away all this extra stuff in here. Bye-bye. See ya. Okay, so we have the fill. So that completes half the quest. So now we need the wrench one. And that one requires us to have Terra and Lucrum. All right, so we need 2 more files. Guess I should put like half a stack on me or something. I think we're gonna have to be going back for these a few times. So there's a Lucrum, and then, oh man, I can't remember what the other one was now. We're doing the wrench? Terra. Okay, bad short-term memory. I apologize. And there we go. So we should just be able to do the same exact thing. Just queue those right into the Crucible. And Q. And goodbye. Nope, that didn't do anything that time. Okay, very good. So we now have these 2 items, gather and fill. So obviously that sounds like a golem would go over and pick up loose items on the ground. Fill would take items and put them into an inventory. I believe that's what the quest already said. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So let's claim our reward. We'll get our fire upgrade. And this improves damage and capacity. All right, so damage, I would imagine that means we have golems that can attack us, or attack for us. I didn't think I saw one of those. Maybe that's Butcher? Use, chop, alchemy, decanting, guard, harvest. Oh, maybe it's guard. This one. Maybe this is the one that does like attacking and stuff. Okay, well, that's good to know. Moving on to our next cores, we have sorting golem completed apparently. All right, so we already made that particular item. That'll give us a golem upgrade earth. So this is a sorting core is useful. Attach a golem to a chest and put items in it. Now the golem will search for items that match those in the chest and put them inside. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so we can have some kind of like a pipeless sorting system. I like that. And finally, Butchery. This is the last one of these core quests, it looks like. All right, so training your minions to cut animals into pieces may be a bit gory, but it shouldn't taint your soul much. And that'll give us a flesh golem. I think that's forbidden knowledge or forbidden magic or whatever. Okay, so we need to make this one right here. What is that one? This one? Butcher. All right. So the Butcher core is Bestia and Corpus. Go and make those real quick. Where is our Bestia right there? And our Corpus is right here. There we go. Okay, so last of the cores that we are making for the quest. I might make some of these other ones just to check them out. I don't know yet. What? What? Hold on a second. Did I do that wrong? Click on this. Corpus, Bestia. Oh, we have to put the... Okay, yep, I didn't see that. My bad. So we have to make the guard one first. Oh, Tellum and Vinculum. I do not think we have those. Bye-bye. So we wasted a core. So I think we need to find out what has that stuff in there. So the guarding one, let's check this out one more time. Tellum, I imagine that's going to come from a weapon. Vinculum. So we can do Vinculum, this one right here. This is, no, wrong one. There we go. Okay, so flame string from the nether, those spiders, cobwebs. I think we'll do flame string since we have plenty of those. Flame string. All right, so we'll grab a stack of these. Oh, that's got a lot of different aspects in there, doesn't it? It's got Bestia and Ignis and whatever the little bandage thing is. And finally, the last one we needed. What was that one? Tellum. This one. So in order to get this stuff, oops, I clicked it the wrong way again. We need a bow, arrows, iron spikes. I think we'll do arrows. Arrows. Yeah, we only got 103,000 of these things. I think we're going to be okay, and that'll give us some herbia and some arbor too. So that will be good. All right, guys. Let me go ahead and melt these items down, get these aspects. I'll go ahead and create those cores, and we will be right back. Okay, guys. So I went ahead and I made the next core, the Butcher core. So we got that all set. Yep. So that will go ahead and complete this Butchery quest. Let's complete this right now. That's going to give us a flesh golem. All right. So that is now done. So we have these other golems here, and I'm not sure what the differences are between them. So I think the best thing to do is just go ahead and complete these quests where we make these things, and we'll figure that out. So making a stone golem will give us a straw golem and a full heart. So I guess we'll figure out, the differences between these. So this says stone workers can carry 16 items at a time and seldom break, but they move very, very slowly. Wait, seldom break. Do the golems break after a while? Okay, well that's something I wasn't even aware of about these. I thought they were kind of like you set them and forget them, but if they break, huh. Okay, so anyway, stone golem. How do we make one of these? We make one of these by a creative mode only item. Huh. No, that's not what we do. We do that by Crucible Crafting. Oh, Spiritus, Modus, Humanist with the stone golem, or with a stone brick. So we can go ahead and do that. So we need to get ourselves some of the files. No, we have those on us already. Now, do we have Humanist in here? I don't think we do, but we do have Spiritus and some of this other stuff. What was the other item that we needed? It was Motis. Do we have Motis in here? I don't think we do. Okay, so that was something I didn't even look at yet. I didn't know we had to do Crucible Crafting here. Right. So, am I not seeing the thing anymore? Okay, here we go. Humanist and Modus. So, Humanist, Modus. How do we make these guys? Right click on them will show us. Okay, we got a bunch of different things in here. Trapdoors. Seems like that might be the cheapest and the most abundant resource we have. Reed rod. And then Humanist. Rotten flesh. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and smelt those things down. I'll make those golems. Well, I guess I'll make the one golem and we'll be right back, guys. Alright guys, so I got some Crucible Crafting done, and now we have some clay golems, some stone golems, we got the Thorium Golem, we have the wood golem, and a flesh golem. So we got a few different ones to play around with here. Back in our quest book, yeah, we have the clay soldier, and that's going to give us another golem animation core. So we will do that. The stone worker gives us a straw golem and a full heart, so we'll do this one. And Thaumic Minions was already completed. I'm not sure. Did we already have a Thorium Golem? Yeah, I guess we got one as a reward or something. So this one is already completed. So this is Thorium Golems are tougher and faster than most other golems, and they also take 2 upgrades instead of just 1. So that sounds kind of cool. And we also get an iron golem. So there's lots of different varieties of these things. Alright, so I saw right here, I was looking at all these different quests that were around. I saw right here, there's an animation one that says, board of metal and stone golems, want a cake golem or a cactus golem, create an animated focus for your wand, follow the instructions carefully, and soon you can have an army of unique minions. So that sounds kind of cool that we could make golems out of anything, basically. Wand focus animation. I really want to check out these golems and how they work, but this sounds kind of cool too. Wand focus animation. Man, there's a lot of different foci, aren't there? What is this? Wrench? AE wrench? Okay. Wand focus animation. Let's not go off topic here. So we need some shards, a clock, and arcane stone block, and that's just arcane crafting. Wait, that's an aging stone. What? That's not what we want. Wand focus animation. So does this not show the recipe here? Maybe I haven't unlocked this thing. Wait, what mod is this from? This is from Thaumic Horizons. Do we have a Thaumic Horizons tab? We do. Okay, I'm not seeing wand focus containment. Not seeing any of the other wand focuses that we want. Okay, maybe we're gonna hold off on that. And maybe we're gonna hold off. Maybe we have to like unlock this in order for it to. I don't know. Obviously, we don't have that unlocked because I don't see it around here. So yeah, I think we have to do a little bit more research before that will show itself. Wisp propagation. Okay, anyway, I'm going to get distracted by looking at all these different things. So yeah, I guess I'll figure out how to make this thing in a little bit. I think we have to do some more research in order to unlock it because I don't see it anywhere in there. There's also this for whom the bell tolls item. This wanted us to make a golem linking bell. I need to slow down my words here. The Golem linking bell will allow you to link your new minions with different devices for more fine-tuned control. So Golem linking bell. So we need to make an aging stone again. What? Why is this? Okay, Automagi. Is that in here? So we're looking for a Golem linking bell in the Automagi section, and I see we still got some locked things. So yeah, we might have to unlock some things in the Golemancy section, actually. That might be what the problem is. There's a Golemancer's bell here. Is this what we're looking for? No, that's a Golemancer's bell. Maybe we have to make one of these before it unlocks. I don't know. There's obviously some things that we haven't done that needs to be unlocked for us to complete those quests. We'll have to figure those out. So I tell you guys what, I'm going to go ahead and set up some of these golems. I'm going to play around with them for a little bit, see what I can figure out with them, and we will be right back. Alright guys, so I've been looking at these golems, trying to figure them out, playing around with them for a little bit, trying to understand how they work, and they're not super complicated, but since I've never used them before, I have no idea what I'm doing, so I had to go off to the wiki and do some research and all this stuff. So it looks like the golems are basically all the same. Each one of them can do different tasks. There's not like, for instance, a flesh golem is the only one that could be a butcher. You could have a Thorium Golem be a butcher or a fisher or whatever. It just depends on what core you give them. The main differences are, from what I can tell, is how fast they move, how many items they can carry, how fast they regenerate their health, and how much health they have, right? So that seems to be about the only difference between the different ones. The Thaumian ones hold the most, and they recharge slowly. They also have the most health. So those are the Thaumian and the Iron ones seem to be about the ones that you want for most things. The Strong Golems move really fast, but they can only hold one item, whereas these guys hold 32 items. So yeah, I mean, it just depends on what your task is, I guess. So I was looking at these different golems, and we can set down like a wood golem. Well, actually I didn't want them there, but that's fine. You just right-click them on the ground, and they look like they're sad. They're turned off. They don't have a job. They don't know what to do. So what we have to do is give them some kind of an animation core. So if I right-click a fishing animation core on this dude, he's like, yeah, I'm a fisher now. I'm going to start fishing. So yeah, that's what he does. I watched this guy do this before, and it looks like he can fish a fish, but then he just leaves it on the ground. So we'd need like another golem that's like a gatherer. So I haven't tried this yet. Fill gatherer. Maybe we'd try this. So when that guy, look, he fished up a bow. So maybe we should take an iron golem who doesn't have full health for some reason. We will put a gatherer thing on him. We'll take our Golemancer's bell, and I think we just right-click. Do you even know what you're going to do with that? He wants it. If we right-click on you, and we right-click on here, I think that'll say, hey, I can put stuff into an inventory. It really looks like he wants that, but I don't think he knows how to get to there. Is it maybe that the iron golems don't know how to go into the water? Let me pick this thing up for him. We'll set it on the ground here, see what he does with it. Oh, that's a pretty good bow. So that's on the ground. What are you going to do? You picked it up. I don't think he can reach the chest is the problem. Or unless I did that wrong. I actually haven't tried this yet. Let's make a new chest. We'll stick a chest right here for him. So if I do the bell, if I can right-click on you and do that. Let's undo that one. Are you going to know to put that in there? Is that how that works? Well, he doesn't seem to know what he's doing, right? Maybe I have to actually stick him on the chest. Or does he have to have another core? Maybe he has to put the fill? Can I put another core on you? Oops. Oh, okay, Master, do you want me to pick up something specific or continue picking up everything? How do we tell him to change? We can't put that in there. Yeah, there's more to this that I'm going to have to figure out. Obviously, I don't know what I'm doing here. Let's see if we... Okay, we do that. You shift left click on him to break the golem and you get the core back. What if we stick him... Can we stick him on the chest? No, I don't think we can. So we'll put him there. What if we give him the fill? And then can we also give them the harvest? Or is it the gather one that we need? Anyway, you guys can see that there's different options that we can do here. Precise amount, any amount. Different options that we can have these golems go and pick things up. I know there's a way you can get them, put them things in the chest. I don't know how to do that. I am still very new at all this golem stuff. But just seeing what we can do here right away, that seems pretty awesome. The auto fisher, that seems pretty cool. I mean, we already have this machine set up, so we don't really need that, but that's just an example of the different things that we can do with this mod. So yeah, that's really cool. Let's go ahead and clean that up. Okay, I think for now, we're gonna stop with the Thaumcraft stuff. If we find use for this later, we'll definitely go ahead and do something else with the golems. I did want to show you guys one thing. Down below here, way down here, I kind of been busy in the last few days just building some of these things and hooking them up. I was kind of trying to see the max distance away you could put these Flux Crystals from our QED, our quadratic equation device. Yeah, it looks like that's about as far away as you can go is that one. The reason why it comes up to a pyramid like this or a point is because like the ones that'd be in this spot right here, they were not turning on when I was doing things. But anyway, the reason why I made all these is because I wanted a way to make more yellorium. So we can make yellorium, these ingots here, no, that's uses. We can make those from the yellorite ore with pyrotheum dust, and that gives us 1, which is not very good. We smelt it down, that only gives us 1. Infernal Blast Furnace. I'm not sure how we get fire, but apparently if you put fire in there, you get 3. But QED recipes, this is what I was looking at. So we can put the yellorite ore in with a piece of coal. Whoops. Yellorite ore in with a piece of coal, and that gives us 3 of these. And that went kind of slow, so I was trying to speed things up. So what I did is I went ahead and I put in all these different flux crystals around. So let me grab some more yellorite ore and some more coal. That and that. We'll stick that in there, that in there. I guess that's fine. Okay, so this is how fast it goes with all of those, which is pretty quick. I mean, you get 3 at a time out of the yellorite ore. And we have 507 of those, so I wanted a way to do that pretty quickly. And that seems like a good way to do it. Now, I don't have this automated, obviously, so I have to click out these ores or the ingots. Otherwise, it stops crafting. But yeah, I thought this was kind of cool. And I wanted to show you guys like how far away these can be. I assume you can put these Flux Crystals that far away below it. I haven't tried. But yeah, all of these do turn green when it is processing. And they turn kind of like that bluish color when it turns off. So yeah, very cool. I like it. So we've made pretty good progress in our Thaumcraft section of the book. We're at 48% complete, so we're almost halfway done with it. A lot of quests that are still available for completion. A lot of these do require some Botania for us to complete them, so we might look at that next time. But it looks like we did knock out a good portion of the golem stuff. I was looking at this one. This one looks kind of cool. Boost nutrition. A ring of nutrition will multiply the hunger your food can satisfy. Yeah, we got some more cool items that we can make. I'll definitely be looking at those sometime in the future, but I think we've reached the end of today's episode, guys. Yep, a lot of stuff with the golems, a lot of stuff to figure out. Any tips and tricks you guys have with the golems, let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, I've never used these things before. There's still a lot of stuff that I don't know about them. So I'm going to be doing some reading on the wiki and all that stuff, but, you know, first-hand information is better than just reading text. So, yeah, that'd be cool if you guys could do that for me. Alright guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Agrarian Skies 2. Hope you guys liked it. Remember, leave a like on the episode if you did. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.